Welcome back to Squarely on the Level. My name is Daren Kellerman, working in association with the Grand Lodge of Kansas. Just finished up my School of Instruction. I'm in Mound City, Kansas. We're down the southeast corner over here. And great attendance today for what's been kind of a slow year, it seems. 17 people here, that's counting the grand lecture. But the lodge was beautiful. It's one of those just beautiful fun. Welcome back to Squarely on the Level. My name is Daren Kellerman, working in association with the Grand Lodge of Kansas. Why am I dressed up today? Well, we just got done with our School of Instruction. I'm in District 9D over here in the southeast corner of Kansas. Vernon Clark was our grand lecturer. Host District Deputy Gary Goebel wasn't able to make it. Filling in for him was Kenny Kramer today. He drove down from DeSoto with Vernon, and a great day today. We've been seeing some low attendance across the state this year, but they had 17 of us here today. I guess 16 plus me. And great lunch. Lodge looked great. This is one of those unique old lodges. Every lodge in Kansas has something unique about it, and this one's no different. You can see behind me here some of the tracing boards they have from, I would guess, probably in the 70s. And for those non-Masons not watching, when we used to do degree work, they put the learning stuff on the floor, and they traced it on the floor in chalk, and then they'd wash it off afterwards. Then later on, as we progressed technology-wise, they started printing those tracing boards, and some tracing boards are very, very valuable out there. Not sure about these here, but there are two. You can see it right here in the picture. They have a second and third degree tracing board, or it used to be first and third. Hello, they don't have a tracing board for the second degree, do they now? But just totally awesome day here, and here's what Kenny had to say about how it went today.
Had a great school, great instructor, great interaction with all the members, and it was a great time to be down in Mound City.
So what did you think about the grand lecturer that got assigned to the school?
Well, he obviously brushed up. No, just joking. I've attended Vernon schools for many years, and he does a great job interacting with the brothers on the sidelines and getting everybody together, and he did a great job, and we had a good school here today.
And after a good day, full day of instruction, Vernon Clark kicking us off at 9 o'clock this morning. Great day of instruction. I think we need to say thank you to all those brothers who made those slight mistakes so that he would have something to correct. I know sometimes it's hard for brothers when they're used to doing perfect work to make those mistakes, so the grand lecturer has something to do. So on behalf of Vernon Clark and the rest of the grand lecturers from around the state this year, thank you guys for making those mistakes in your school of instruction to give them something to do. Otherwise, it'd just be a quick school of instruction and we'd be gone. But for those of you who haven't been to a school of instruction this year, encouraging you to get out there and go. A lot of us like, I just don't have the time, Daren, or this or that, 1,000 excuses. Go. You need to go. This is what we do. This is part of it. It used to be back in the day, the grand lecturer would come and stay for a week or two, not a week or two, but several days. And they'd travel sometimes by train. They'd get their expenses paid by the lodge. They'd stay in town. And it was just great. And they'd work very, very in-depth with the lodge. And it's always been a part of Freemasonry in Kansas, the grand lecturer coming and working with individual lodges at some levels. And we've kind of strayed away from that. And a lot of lodges don't see the importance of that, but it's very, very important. And we wonder why we have trouble retaining people. Could be because of the crap degree work that's being done in some places. Not saying it's happening in your lodge, but you may know a lodge that it is, and that needs to stop. And that's what these school of instructions help do. They help get us all on the same page, doing the same ritual that we're supposed to be doing. No shortcuts, no nonsense. It gets us doing what we're supposed to do to get those hooks into that candidate who becomes a brother. And if we can do that, that helps the retention problem. Because if you haven't heard, folks, you think we got a membership problem? We don't. We have a retention problem. And we can fix that on the very first day the guy comes in and we do degree work. We do quality degree work. I caught up with Vernon Clark. I caught up with Vernon before we left today, and here's what he had to say about the day.
Well, I think the school went great. We had a lot of good participation out of the brethren. The work was done fantastic, I think, today. And so I was I was worried about this morning when I first got here, but then they started filing in the door, and boy, I'm glad they did. We had a great time, and I, had a little fun with each other and everything, but the work was done well. And And I hope everybody learned a little something today, and I'm glad Kenny come down with me. So, yeah, it was great.
What's your thoughts on the attendance at schools this year?
Well, my sources say they were down quite a bit in some of the districts. I don't know what it's due to. Maybe it's due to the COVID or the virus. I don't know. But we had several good districts that had 25 and 23, 17 like we had today, and I think that's a pretty good number. But we used to having 35 and 40, 45, and I think we'll get back there. It's just trying to slowly getting them back. But
how's the enthusiasm of the attendees?
I think the enthusiastic is great. The ones that's here, but they're here to learn, and the ones that was here today, and in any of our schools, they want to keep their lodges going, and they want to be here, like Kenny said, and it was great. It was great today. I enjoyed it.
All right, so there you have it. You've heard from the district deputy, you've heard from the grand lecturer, you've heard from me. But it's so important that we attend these schools of instruction. If you haven't been yet, or if you want to go to another, the schedule's out there. Check your last issue of the Kansas Mason that you got in the mail. Heck, check the digital version. Heck, check them both online at kansasmason.org. They're available right there under the community tab. You can see the whole list of schools of instruction. Our Facebook page posts them every Wednesday where they're going to be at for the upcoming week. Heck, if you need to know, just email me, kellerman@kansasmason.org, and I'll get you a copy of the most current list. So let's get going. I look forward to seeing your pictures from your school of instruction. Let me know what's going on in the comments about how your school of instruction went. And until next time, keep things squarely on the level. Okay, so we're recording, so we're just going to make a big, oh shit face. Perfect. And that's what I use for the cover of the video. So, all right, brother, safe travels.
We took our grandkids to Florida.